with another UFC 5 Universe Mode episode. I don't know why the Mafia music is playing, but I haven't, I'm not going to question it. So, let's get straight into it. We have a huge event tonight, and it only kind of gets bigger and bigger. I mean, I can't figure it out. UFC 62 is headlined by a light heavyweight collision as rank number 1 former light heavyweight champion of the world, the 12-3 Rank Prochakaza, takes on rank number 2, the 11-4 Rank Krylov, another former light heavyweight champion. Not to mention, on this same card, we have Khamzat Chimaev taking on Nick Diaz. We're going to have Song Yadong taking on rank number 10, Jimmy Rivera. And even Rose Namajunas taking on Vivian Rose. So we got a pretty stacked card coming up. But first, to kick off the show is going to be a middleweight division right over here. Dricus Du Plessis 0-1 takes on the 0-3 Wanderlei Silva, really taking it to Wanderlei. Let me actually make... he is tearing Wanderlei up. Actually, make sure that my comment section... Actually, let me actually tweet that I'm going to be... Hey, what's up, Tyler, man? Welcome, welcome. How are you, man? Alright, cool. I tweeted that out. Let's make sure my chat screen goes up. Sorry, I'm just making sure I got everything. Perfect. So we're all good. Awesome. So I have that set up. Honestly, I was really looking forward to this episode. The next time we have this episode, I will have a promo for the main event. Trying to make this as realistic as possible, close to UFC. And Tom, I'm glad that you're doing good, man. It's always great to hear. You know, I've had a pretty interesting day so far. I've only been up for like 3-ish hours. I got some good news. I got my... You got my drivers. That's awesome, man. Congrats. Congrats on getting the driver's license, man. Good stuff. That's huge. Great job, man. Crazy. Talia Santos has been released. They just released her? I didn't even know they even released her. I didn't hear anything. And I have ESPN. Well, I mean, damn. I feel kind of bad. Like, this game is kind of looking outdated already. I mean, it was already outdated when it released in terms of the roster. Now it's going to get even more outdated. They really got to do something about that. I think her contract expired, and they didn't re-sign her. Wow. I mean, can't say much there. I said Du Plessis really just got dropped again. Wanderlei 0-3, Du Plessis 0-1. One of these fighters will have a win on their record. Have we ever had a draw? I think we've had a draw once back in UFC 2. I think when's W2K Universe comes out. So tomorrow, actually, we're doing SVR 08 live. And I might not even do it tomorrow. I might do it tonight. I don't know. It really depends on how I'm feeling.
10 seconds now in round 1.
But I'm definitely going to do SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 live tomorrow. Or at least I'm going to try to. And again, like I said, it may be tonight. It just really depends on how I feel. But as for the 2K Universe, I don't know when I'm going to do that again. Because it kind of defeats the purpose of having the SVR series and then doing a 2K Universe. So it really just depends. So honestly, in round number 1, these two guys went to ham. So I'm kind of curious on what's going to happen with this fight. I mean, round number 1, in my opinion, definitely is going to go to Dricus, in my personal opinion. Let's see. I can't wait for Sugar to expose overrated Cheeto. I'm not like... Again, I have no problem with Marlon. Oh! With Marlon Vera, but... I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not too excited about that bantamweight title fight. This has been just a complete war. Holy hell. And then Strickland beat DDP. That's not surprising. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but Dricus is... I don't know how I feel about Dricus, honestly. Take your time. Yeah, well, you know, it's how, like, I don't know, like, looking on it, I'm kind of like... I don't know. Like, I think what I might do, just depending, like, if I were to, it's kind of hard for me to create, like, a universe that I thoroughly enjoy in 2K23, and I might make 23 more simulation-based, just because, I don't know, I feel like maybe me playing the fights makes it too predictable for you guys. I don't know. So maybe I'll do that. I'm not too sure what direction I even want to go in with a W2K universe like series, just because I feel like I've done everything that I possibly can, you know? I don't know. People overreacting about Volk fighting. I can't wait for Ilya versus Volk to happen when it does in February. I think Ilya can actually beat Volk. Everyone knows why it's happening, though. Sugar needs to avenge that lucky... Yeah, well, I wouldn't say it was a lucky TKO. I think eventually Sterling needs to get his rematch, so I'm waiting for that. Oh, my God! And then how you feel about Logan Paul beating Mysterio. I'm okay with Logan Paul beating Rey Mysterio. Like, looking at that U.S. title reign, I don't even remember when Mysterio even, like, defended the... Oh! Dricus du Plessis knocks out Wanderlei Silva in round number 2. What a war to kick off the show, my God. But, like, I don't know, like, I think this is a breath of fresh air for that U.S. title. Like, let's be honest now, the last time the U.S. title in WWE has been relevant was John Cena back in, like, 2016. I can't even think of a time when I remember, you know, I can't remember a time.
Ready for the official decision, Bruce Buffer.
I enjoy watching you play WWE. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I may just make a different thing about it. I don't know. I've got to figure out what to do with it, for sure. That TKO was clearly lucky, and Sterling needs to get a rematch. I don't see why they're not going to give it to him. Like, Sterling deserves a rematch. Let's be honest now. But congrats to Dricus du Plessis. He's 1-1 in the UFC. Wanderlei Silva 0-4. John definitely made the U.S. title relevant, and then once he was no longer U.S. champion, no one cared. Again, that title has not been the same since John Cena's had it, and that should tell you something. Because I can't name someone who's actually had the belt. I don't remember besides Rey Mysterio. I think it was Austin Theory did fuck all with the belt. So yeah, I mean, it was. I don't even know what they give the U.S. title for. Oh my God! Oh my God! Terry McMahon rocking Walt Harris quickly. No, but you're right though. I mean, Miz really did make that title good. They even main evented SummerSlam, and then Gunther's been making it great too. So it's making it prestigious.
Leg kick lands, nicely done.
But I don't know. I'm still, and on a side note though, Aljamain Sterling needs to get that rematch. I don't care what people say. Like, you may not like the guy, you may not like the way he won the belt, but because no one cares about him, it's not like he was a dominant champion. Well, no, I'm not gonna say he was a dominant champion, but like, you got to think he turned back Henry Cejudo, turned back T.J. Dillashaw. Then you knocked out Petr Yan. I mean, what else would you say would make a dominant champion? Because he beat the guy who was flyweight and bantamweight champion simultaneously, Henry Cejudo. He then beat the guy who was one of the most, who was a very dominant, bantamweight champion, T.J. Dillashaw, and then beat the guy who they said he had a fluke championship victory over to solidify that. So I'm looking at those 3 title defenses alone, to me, solidify some type of dominance. Now, what you like to Aljamain Sterling, the person or the fighter, whatever, yes, he's a very cringy person, but that should not equate for being a dominant champion. You look at any big names in the match card. Yeah, I mean, our main event by far, Rank Prochakaza and Nikita Krylov, is going to be a big one. Khamzat Chimaev, Nick Diaz in the show. Rose Namajunas, Vivian Arujo. Oh my God, what happened? Look, he had a stroke. Oh, I think he's done. Terry McMahon can be sealed. Terry McMahon does it. The McMahon is victorious here tonight.
You gotta be kidding me. So no judges needed tonight as he pounds him out for the TKO. I'm hoping I get an invite to the after party.
Walt Harris, oh my goodness. Walt Harris tried to go for that spinning back fist, got clocked in the back of the head. I mean, you see right here, the body just collapses on Walt. Oh my goodness. Vince is so proud. Well, yeah, Walt Harris is, I mean, yeah, McMahon avenged his loss from earlier.
Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes.
Walt Harris can't believe it.
Of the very first round.
Let's see here.
Well, there he is, the man of the hour.
Gotta love freaking carbonated water. Anyway, Terry McMahon 1-1. Walt Harris 1-1. It's gone to Vince. I found your kids. That may have been his true long lost son for all we know. Here, O'Reilly, I'll get to that in just one moment. I see the big paragraph. I'm going to have to read all that. Next up, folks, women's bantamweight division. Amanda Nunes is 4-13 versus Alexis Davis is 2-6. Fights up next. Let's see here. The Jan rematch and Cejudo fight were both split decision, and he beat TJ with one good arm and couldn't even submit him and didn't want to stand with him. No dominance whatsoever. Okay, but it does see the way. Oh my God, Amanda Nunes. But the way I look at that though is whether at the end of the day in sports, no one cares about the loser. If you go to I'm gonna bring up the NFL for example. If you go to the Super Bowl, right? Let's say it's like the Bills versus the Giants, just hypothetically, right? And the Bills win. No one is going to remember the road the Giants got there to take. They remember how they won. Even if it's by 3 points, 1, it don't matter. They're going to remember who won the game. So when you look at fights, you're going to remember, oh, well, Aljamain Sterling, yeah, he may have won by split decision, but he still won. That's dominance in its own right. Just because you don't finish it. How many times have people sat there and said Kamaru Usman's one of the most dominant welterweight champions of all time? He has not, during his title reign, he hardly finished anybody. It was all by decision for the most time. The only knockout of note was his knockout against Jorge Masvidal. Other than that, the rest were decisions. So, but people consider him a dominant champion, even in some of those fights where he didn't look like he won. Did you kind of see what I'm saying? Either way you look at it, the fact, and again, it's not necessarily, in my opinion, how he won. It's the people he beats, whether it's by split, whether it's by unanimous, however you want to look at it. Aljamain Sterling still had a really good title reign as bantamweight champion. Because he beat, arguably, some of the best to do it. So it, and again, listen, in the fight game, everyone's almost hurt at some point in shape or form. And it's always convenient that they mention it when they lose. So, the way I look at it, either or. Fight game is all about who wins, and they don't care who loses. It's about who wins. I find it hard to argue that one. And immediate rematches are annoying. I mean, that's fair, but also I think that's the one aspect that the UFC kind of takes from, two completely different sports. I'm not saying finishes are needed, but two split decisions doesn't make you dominant, especially when one of them was off for 3 years. He's never going to be champion again. So here's the thing. Let's say, yes, two different sports, but the concept of winning is still the same. You're not going to remember the loser. You're not. No one in 5 years from now, you're not going to remember who lost that fight. You're going to know who won, though. Not how he won, but he won that fight. And in sports, it's the same regardless. When it comes to winners and losers, it is the same. No one celebrates the loser. That's in any sport. Now, as for again, I kind of get what you're saying with, you know, him fighting a guy who just had 3 years off. Yes, I am. I'm not brain dead. If I remember the winner, I'm gonna remember the. Okay, well, I didn't mean like that, but what I meant was like. Who's a good example of that?
Well, let's see if she goes back to the hook again. Obviously, there will be a setup. She'll work off the jab.
Connor's a great example of that. Besides him beating, what was it, Chad Mendes and Jose Aldo, I cannot tell you who that man beat before he won those fights, and I mean I know he beat Dom Cerrone after that, but I can't tell who he beat before. So I don't know. Like I said, for me, it's I think like sports in general care about the winner, not the loser. They're forgotten in history. Doesn't matter how you get it done, as long as you get it done.
Alright, so just as we saw in the previous round, she is realizing a lot of success with her kickboxing game tonight.
I heard that they're making war games too. I heard that's going to be damn. Amanda Nunes knocks out Alexis Davis in round number 2. Oh, she's done. Oh, she's done. And it was the uppercut. It was the uppercut and then the hook that really did it, but the uppercut kind of left her wide open. Damn. Honestly, every time I see it, it looks like a tooth gets knocked out. You know? They made it official last night. Okay, that's not bad. So Judgment Day versus what is it? Cody, Seth. Cody, Seth, Sammy, and Jesus Christ, what's this guy's name? Jay Uso. Jesus. Anyway, congrats to Amanda Nunes. She's now 5-13, puts Alexis Davis to 2-7. That was actually a really good women's bantamweight fight. Then again, Amanda, Nunes was in it. But next up, folks, excuse me, sorry. We're going to see the lightweights on display. The 1-4 Michael Chandler takes on the 3-6 Mark Jacasey. Fights up next. Yeah, Mark Jacasey, one of his wins actually come from a leg stoppage knockout technical knockout over Conor McGregor. Who can forget that time? UFC 3 was a while. Oh my goodness. Wow, he's got a nasty gash on the top left of his skull. Jacasey's been cracked wide open. Actually, I have not updated any of these records, so let me do that, because your boy hasn't done that, like, at all. So, but as I mentioned before, folks, we are going to have like hype trailers for the pay-per-views for every championship fight coming up for UFC 5. And I also want to do one for the main events. This is a nice triangle. He's... I wouldn't say he was... I thought Chandler had him. Plus he's got one. Where's Silva? What are they going for? Then... Hell's Gates. Something like that, for sure.
Damage is about to start.
Let's see here. Oh, and the heavyweights I forgot to do. Oh well, that's fine.
Gets through on the
Fincher,
ground.
Alexis Davis, 2-7. Oh! Said
Under 2
Jacasey's got to be careful with Michael Chandler. This is not where we want to be. This is Michael Chandler's bread and butter. The ground and pound.
Won't help you here. Just as the referee will never take a guy out of mount. They will not take a guy off of your back. You have to get him out of his position.
Still can't believe Terry McMahon was successful.
Casey getting work from the top here. He's got to do a better
Running
job to
one
cover
so
up.
far.
All right, he continues to bully his opponent.
I'm trying to go for this bull. Oh, no. Like I said, this has not been a fun round for Mark Jacasey. I mean, honestly, he's having a difficult time just trying to get back to his feet.
Recognize he was about to lose position.
Wow. Michael Chandler's in complete control. I'm very surprised we're seeing Chandler kind of dominate this early. You know, knowing Mark Jacasey, I was really assuming that he was going to try to keep distance, trying to use a bunch of leg kicks, just trying to keep Chandler at bay, and he has not been able to do that.
Key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from you. By pushing him
Said
away from you, he will then want to step back.
I want to try to give Mark Jacasey, you know, just a minus a point, but I'm going to say Michael Chandler 10-8 because it was all Chandler. I don't even think Jacasey got more than 5 shots in that actually landed. So
Well timed with that tee.
10-8 for me.
Just misses with a left hook there. Useful
Oh.
strike there. The hook is clean.
Let's see.
Just
Let's
missed with
get
the left
roll.
hook. Big shot
We update as we go.
sides here. Oh, nice jab.
Bam. Oh.
Michael Chandler. All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
So, and I said I might stream later with like Overwatch or something. I'm not too sure just yet. Oh.
Right up the gut, DC. He's in a world of trouble now.
They say the straight are the ones that get there first, and it got right to the target.
I said, you know, Mark Jacasey really just struggling. Oh, there you go. That's exactly what Michael Chandler was looking for. Some shots to drop Jacasey.
Oh, beautiful jab there.
This is not looking good for Mark Jacasey at all. He's getting absolutely hammered here. This fight could be over soon. Oh, it's over. Stop the fight. Michael Chandler knocks out Mark Jacasey in round number 2. A much-needed win for Michael Chandler, a guy who has not had much success, finally gets a victory to being like a 3-fight losing streak.
The referee has no choice but to step in.
He gets it.
Once more. Bruce Buck.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 8 seconds of round
There we
number
go.
2. Declaring the winner by TKO, Iron Michael Chandler.
Congrats to Michael Chandler. He's now 2-4 in the UFC. He puts Mark Jacasey to 3-6.
Alluded to some healthy fear when he went into that Michael Chandler fight.
Alrighty. Big win for Chandler. He's finally back in the win column for like the first time. What's seemingly feels like ages. To Mark Jacasey 3-7, Michael Chandler 2-4. Next up, folks, we're going on to the women's strawweight division as the 7-11 Ronda Marcos will take on the 5-7 Tatiana Suarez. What's up next? Ready to fight? What is like making that? There we go. Right, Ronda Marcos, of course, in the red. Tatiana Suarez in the blue. Ooh, nice leg kick. So, funny enough, like, looking at this card, I feel like we've done a pretty good, like, honestly, I feel like we've done a pretty solid job. Although I know that next week's fight card is going to be a bit bigger. I want to look to have a pay-per-view. I want to say the 21st, so I think we'll be will be about 2 weeks away from my pay-per-view. Because I know on the 20, there'll be a week where I don't have any content, probably like pre-recorded content, just because I'll be on a cruise ship. So I won't have much. I have to really pre-record on some days.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Marcos.
Okay, let's see what Ronda Marcos got going on. Honestly, looking to this fight, Ronda Marcos definitely wants to keep it on the ground. Again, Tatiana Suarez, if I'm her, I want to keep it on the stand-up. I don't think I'd want to be on the ground with Ronda Marcos. She's kind of like a bone constrictor. Definitely not something I'd want to do is be on the ground with her. Okay, Tatiana Suarez, okay. So I said, what I've realized is that we don't get many submissions at all anymore, which is kind of weird.
2 minutes to go.
Oh, nice elbow.
She's got her back now.
Trying to flatten her out. This could actually go for probably a rear naked choke.
That was a slick transition.
Wow, I should have fought her out again. This is not good if you're Ronda Marcos. Especially if Suarez wants... Oh, yep, I know. Oh, wait, no. Never mind, I really thought she was going for the choke. Because from that position, your opponent's practically completely vulnerable and doesn't have much to try to fight. Oh, damn, what a nice elbow. I think Marcos may actually be cut right there. I'm trying to see, but Suarez kind of covering the face. No, not yet.
30 seconds now to go in round one.
Great slip. Even though
oh, she's getting a bit sloppy now.
Waning seconds here of this opening round.
I said both these fighters have looked, pretty decent in this fight, but definitely Tatiana Suarez, in my opinion, definitely is going to have that 10-9 advantage.
All right, second round underway.
Lands a quick jab.
There's that side kick.
Oh, nice. Again, what I'm liking is that Tatiana Suarez, is, for the most part, is blocking a lot of the offensive strikes from Ronda Marcos. Go for a takedown. He gets... No, wow, well done from Ronda Marcos. What a counter. What was supposed to be a single leg takedown got countered into a judo hip toss.
Man, this is not a fighter.
Go for the guillotine. Wow, that did nothing, actually.
Submission attempt is denied yet again. She's going to keep going for it, but the defense...
It looked like she's trying to go into full guard, but can't seem to get where she needs to. Oh no, going inside.
And right into side control. Marcos is back in full mount. Gotta be careful here.
Uh-oh. See, like I said, Marcos, for the most part, has been in almost complete control in this round, and it's really showing. It's funny, because in round one, it was all, in my opinion, at least, Tatiana Suarez. Now we're seeing Ronda Marcos really try to get this advantage, trying to maybe cause a 10-8 round. Got the armbar. This isn't good.
Looks pretty tight, DC. It's getting tight right now, John. All right, so she bails on the submission.
Did she really bail on the submission? Oh, no, she went for the rear naked. Oh, she almost went for it.
So she kept the dominant position. I think that was very smart of her.
Well, and again, as DC just said, though, but I think it was incredibly smart for Tatiana Suarez, for Ronda Marcos to not give up that position. She let go of the submission to make sure she was still on top.
In this position, what's very key is that she cannot panic. She's got to go and attack the hips, create some space, shrimp off to a side.
Again, this is a wrestling showcase.
Once you're in half, take your underhook, get back to your feet, or fully recover, full guard.
30 seconds to go in round 2.
And now she's in mount. Nice.
So like I said, what we're seeing is pretty basic for the most part. There's nothing to really comment on because what they're trying to do is find a position where they can do some damage. But again, round number 2 for me goes to Ronda Marcos. She dominated. And it all came from one counter. In round number 2, Suarez went for a single leg takedown and got countered into a judo hip toss. And it was, from that point, it was all Ronda.
Both fighters exchange in the pocket here. All right, so she told us in the fighter meeting the body shots were going to be key, and they certainly have been. She invested early, and now you're starting to see some damage on the other
nice
side.
flattened, too. That was well done. But then again, I'm not sure if both these fighters want to actually go on the stand-up. I mean, I guarantee you, both of them need to have a sense of urgency. In my opinion, Suarez won round 1, Ronda won round 2. They both said, I feel like she tried to go for a jumping knee and then just got caught in midair. That's what that looked like to me.
Suarez is looking to go from the full to the half guard here.
Going for the guillotine.
That guillotine is tight.
It's tight. Zero says it's tight. Wait a minute, though. This is a nasty guillotine. This could be it. Oh. That was a nasty elbow. So this is exactly what Ronda Marcos needs, though. She needs to stay on top control here. She needs to, and try to win this round.
Awareness and execution by the defensive fighter.
I said these are two fighters who normally either they kind of submit people, or it's more of a decision fight. It looks to be we're heading in that direction.
She's moving in advance, and it's allowing her to evade these strikes.
So I think the biggest issue for Suarez is that she tried to go to the ground. I really feel like if she would have went and tried to kept it on the stand-up, she wouldn't be in this position.
Oh, nice job by her there. You see how strong she is. Her opponent's trying to control posture, unable to do so.
Now she can get to work at putting the money in the bank with that ground and pound.
Money in the bank. Suarez is trying to lock up on a submission now.
I don't know why I just did that.
Ooh, she might be in real trouble.
Well, I mean, again, if she can flatten herself on the other side, then yeah, maybe. But again, not today.
Oh, she's got her back.
Great submission defense on display tonight.
So this has been one interesting fight. Definitely been more of a fight that's been on the ground, a bit different from what we've seen in our other fights so far. But either way, you know, I think Ronda Marcos definitely wins this fight by decision. I have 2 rounds to her, one round to Santos. I mean, not Santos, to Suarez.
We go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score the contest. Number 928. For the winner by unanimous decision, Ronda Marcos.
Congrats to Ronda Marcos, as I thought. 29-28, definitely. But Ronda Marcos wins this fight. She's now 8-11. She puts Tatiana Suarez to 5-8. I said, and what's so far, for the most part, been a fast-paced one, a bit of a slower-paced fight. Nothing wrong with that. But we're going to head to our main card here. As we're going to the featherweights, Darren Elkins, Chan Sung Jung hits up next. Darren Elkins, by the way, comes in at a 5-6 record. Chan Sung Jung 3-7. Darren Elkins in his career so far, normally a perennial 500 fighter, often gets ranked. You know, a lower-end ranked guy, but still trying to get back to that point. A win over Chan Sung Jung would be huge here for him. Let's see if that can happen.
He's got to start moving his head. He cannot take this many shots to the head.
Ooh, sorry. So like I said, I'm very surprised Darren Elkins wanted to go to the ground. I wasn't expecting that from him. Let me actually update the last fight. Oh! Let me show it. Goodness gracious. Chan Sung Jung is getting peppered right there on the ground. He's got to do something here. He's at the mercy of Darren Elkins.
Goodness, I'm winning. Reality is,
11.
You're winning, but it can change, and now he's attempting to choke.
Oh, he's in trouble here, DC.
Yeah, this is not good. Darren Elkins not the guy to give this opportunity to.
Oh, this might just be a
Chan Sung Jung has got to find a way to get out of this. Oh my goodness.
Oh, he escapes.
I don't know how in the world Chan Sung Jung got out of that.
That is great submission defense. Big ground and pound.
You know, how in the hell he got out, I have no idea.
Standing over his opponent here and making these strikes count. Beautiful sequence there by the Korean zombie.
There it is. Now he's going to mount.
Not there yet, but might
So,
get the submission here shortly.
There we go.
He's got to start throwing now.
Like I said, again, but you still have to be careful. You can't allow Chan Sung Jung to be on top of you. I said, you know, ultimately, Chan Sung Jung now in control, but this is really not what Darren Elkins needs. You can again, but then again, Darren Elkins had, for the most part of this first round, has been in control. So even I think the judges will still kind of score this fight in favor of Darren Elkins, at least for round number one. I think it's still 10-9.
Nice ground and pound by Chan Sung Jung. Round two is next.
Yours going to round number two.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Round two is underway.
Round two, again, in my opinion, I still give this fight to Darren Elkins. And round number one, 10-9.
Perhaps things would be different, but that is not the case. Kicking is normally his strong suit, but
we can see what Chan Sung Jung's trying to do is kind of close that distance gap, and I don't blame him here. It's not a bad idea. He's trying to close that distance gap and kind of give Darren Elkins, trying to pressure Darren Elkins, but now Elkins on the other hand seems to want to keep the distance. I don't blame him. He's trying to utilize those leg kicks, but he's doing a terrible job at defending the jabs that are coming straight off of Chan Sung Jung. But nice uppercut. There was a three-piece combo that did some damage.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad. He doesn't know if he's in the octagon or his mama's house for Thanksgiving. Dude's hurt. Serve him up.
Looking to stuff that takedown. I'm liking again as Darren Elkins is able to get that 2-2 three-piece combination. It's not single shots or landing, it's a couple. And so you go for a takedown, gets hit with the guillotine. This really could be doomsday for Darren Elkins. Elkins saying not today.
Great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory. The young belly.
Well, this is not where you want to be for Chan Sung. I can tell you that much.
We have crossed the midpoint of this one. Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is. And now, I think he's looking
Let's go for this triangle.
Start to chase the arm triangle.
And he's already, but what I liked from Darren Elkins, he's already, I'd say he was at least already in a really good position there. But then once again, Chan Sung Jung saying no. And what Elkins, I think, is doing wrong here is he's allowing Chan Sung Jung to constantly get into a better position when he escapes those submissions. Elkins has got to stop doing that. Because in my opinion, again, I still think that Darren Elkins will win this round, but Elkins, on the other hand, the judges may see it as ground time and who's being, in ground control, and that to them may be a key indicator of who's winning this fight. So maybe I have the wrong scorecard, It really depends on what these judges are seeing and thinking.
Setting up another submission now.
This triangle.
Trying to guard pass here. Not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job.
Oh my goodness, this is not looking good for Darren Elkins. Elkins able to escape.
That he did not tap to that submission. He was in very deep, but he made slight movements, got off to the side, slipped his right arm out, and found safety. Great
Wow.
job defensively.
Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
Elkins' cheek looks like it's cut here, starting to bleed a little bit now.
Yeah, but I mean, end of the day here, that's going to be a tough round to score. That's going to be a very tough round to score. I don't know who they give that to. Go for another this inside trip, it looked like, but still, for me, Darren Elkins' money has been on the stand-up.
Throwing that jab, no good. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take.
So yeah, they're trading a lot of body. Everyone said they are trading a lot of body shots, but look at 69% of Elkins' strikes have landed. 47 for Chan Sung Jung. Again, I think it's a bad idea going for this guillotine, but then again, I mean, a bad idea trying to go for takedown. I almost caught Elkins with this guillotine.
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed.
So if you're Darren Elkins, you really got to consider, trying to put a finish to this, because if this goes to a decision, this can be seen either way. Because anytime it's gone to the ground, it's been Chan Sung Jung who eventually winds up on top.
The ground strikes continue to pile up.
So they are tagging him too.
Good work from the top here by Elkins.
And another one. Another strike from the top lands for him.
The Korean Zombies in half guard.
Yeah, it's a very interesting to see, Darren Elkins try to hang on to this top control for so long, or have this much ground control.
Could get a finish soon. Looks like a Darce choke.
Oh, the Darce.
Darce choke locked and loaded. Oh, gives up on the submission now.
I don't know how Darren Elkins is even in this thing.
He's got him flat on his back.
That Darce choke looked really bad. I mean, Darren Elkins' face was turning red as a tomato.
But it's nothing to worry about now. But he's got to start to protect it.
And busy as he looks to improve position
Oh,
here.
Jesus.
Now he's going full mount.
Under a minute to go here in our third and final round.
Elkins up, giving up the arm. Elkins gave up the arm.
Arm is very tight.
Oh, he's out of danger.
Darren Elkins hanging on for dear life, but I can't tell who's busted open.
Well,
It might be, I think it's actually Chan Sung Jung.
Yeah, both guys are compromised. Both guys have been beat up. Both guys have done a great job of landing, recognizing what they wanted to get done, and it's showing. This is a very evenly matched fight.
Yeah, but I mean, either way, we're going to a decision. I think this fight goes to Darren Elkins, but I'm not sure.
We'll see how the judges saw it. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 29-28.
Okay.
Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, the Korean Zombie.
Wow.
Sung Jung.
Well, there you go, folks. It was unanimous that Chan Sung Jung won this fight. Congrats to the Korean Zombie, Chan Sung Jung. He makes Darren Elkins 5-7, and Chan Sung Jung is now 4-7.
Military service and myriad injuries, but when Chan Sung Jung is healthy, To my amateur eyes, he looks the part of a future UFC champ.
Like I said, you know, that fight, depending on how you looked at it, I knew it was going to come down to what the judges were seeing, and right there proved it, you know? So, a fight that maybe many people didn't see going to Chan Sung Jung now did. This should be an interesting one. We're going to the men's flyweight division, as we are going to see the 9-12 TJ Dillashaw, former flyweight champion, former bantamweight champion, apologies, take on the 9-10 former flyweight champion, Brandon Moreno.
This is where I want to compete.
You want to fight in Vegas, and now
Moreno versus Dillashaw. This should be interesting. Especially because in the flyweights we are kind of struggling to have guys with decent records. And basically it's been a process.
Swing and a big miss by Brandon Moreno. Well, so we'll see if Brandon Moreno can get off to a good start tonight. He is a 5'2".
Yeah, and this fight, I'm genuinely, like, not even doing, I'm thoroughly looking forward to seeing kind of what happens in this fight. I don't think I've done this fight before, so I'm intrigued. Nice guillotine.
He's really working hard for his guillotine, but he can't blow out his arms. He's got to make sure it's secure if he's in
Dillashaw getting out. I was kind of getting a little bit suspect there. I was like, Dillashaw doesn't look like he's getting out of this.
He was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense.
All right, full guard here, DC. What does he need to do to improve position?
Well, he's got to start to build his posture, get some damage off, move the half guard, which in turn leads to more opportunities for advancement. But if you're on the bottom, you got to anticipate those movements the moment he tries to move to the next position.
Oh, wow. Herb had enough. Herb had enough.
To try to get a reversal or a sweep.
That's wild. Herb Dean said, yeah, get up, because you guys aren't doing nothing. I think that was a great call by Herb. Wow, Dillashaw took him down right after that.
Changing the position.
Okay, Brandon Moreno said not today.
He's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets
You know, we all know that the flyweight division is one of those that are multi-faceted. You know, we have guys who are pure wrestlers, pure strikers, so it's going to be interesting to kind of see what these two guys offer. How are they going to counter that? Not a Kimura. Oh, wait a minute. TJ Dillashaw's pounding away on Brandon Moreno. Good Lord. Moreno was just rocked. You hear Herb Dean saying fight back, and Brandon Moreno coming to a hard time. I think he's trying to come to here. Especially after Dillashaw was just pounding his face and repeatedly. And there wasn't even any like intelligent defending from Brandon Moreno.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud.
The Godfather.
Continuing to work out of the half.
Good Lord. It's a tough round to score. I'm gonna have to say TJ Dillashaw. I think just Dillashaw did more in this round. I'm gonna say 10-9 Dillashaw.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round two. All right, here we go with our next round. His opponent is going to.
It's funny. I know for us, like, we're so used to seeing decision, not decision, but submission victories, and in a game where we don't really have that, it's really interesting who's the best martial arts in terms of who taps somebody out. Oh, damn. Brandon Moreno rocks TJ Dillashaw. Dillashaw again not intelligently defending. You hear Herb Dean saying fight back, and now it's Dillashaw who's not fighting back, not defending intelligently. So we're getting one hell of a flyweight fight. Is he going for a triangle? Yeah. Wow, he gave up the submission for great position. Well done for Moreno. That was very, high level fight IQ.
Oh, looks like he's got the submission locked in. He's in real trouble.
He's in some real trouble. No.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation,
Glad you realized that, buddy.
Potentially playing with fire. Oh, great ground shot there, and that one opened him up.
Oh, this is not where where you want to be for Tito Dillashaw. This is the worst case scenario. How many times we've seen guys like Tito Ortiz dominate somebody in this position? It's over. It's over. Brandon Moreno knocks out TJ Dillashaw in round number 2.
So what a moment in this man's career. A huge finish in front of a capacity crowd. After party's going to be on fire. How about it?
I mean, I'm just sitting here stunned. Because to watch a young athlete have a performance like...
Wow.
Let's go inside.
Mind you, Brandon Moreno had a horrible round number 1. To turn it around to round number 2 with a knockout victory, that's huge.
Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 55 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by TKO, Brandon the Assassin Baby Moreno.
Congrats to Brandon Moreno, 10-10 in the UFC. TJ Dillashaw, 9-13. Let's call next fight of the night. I believe the next fight. Is he gonna get there? There we go. I don't know why it takes that. I don't know why it takes that long for whatever reason. But the next fight is going to be in the welterweight division. That's right. As the 3-5 Khamzat Chimaev takes on the 7-9 Nick Diaz. Here we go. This right here I think would be a dream fight for many people. Chimaev, Diaz, we're getting it right here on Fight Night 62. It's a pretty big fight right here. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this fight winds up going to a decision, in all honesty. I could easily see that happening. At least, you know, from my experience of what we've seen. That's where Elkin lost.
Of some of the biggest UFC fights in history. Tonight you get to take the same walk to that octagon to try to make your mark on the
There we go. Yeah, so if we do that, we'll be actually 1 and then 2 and then perfect. 1, 2, 3, perfect. Awesome. Just had everything updated, which is awesome.
Entering in on a single leg takedown attempt here, and he is able to get the fight where he wants it. Nice job there.
The moment he secures that single leg, you can see how comfortable he is and the variety of finishes he has from this position.
Chimaev. As I'm kind of surprised that, like, Chimaev is completely dominating Diaz.
Massive shot from the top.
Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. Well, now you see some visible damage on the side underneath the elbow. He told us he was going to invest in the body, and he hasn't missed a whole lot tonight.
You didn't expect him to do it this effectively. He's done a fantastic job.
I said I'm more so just completely stunned. Nick Diaz has done absolutely nothing in this fight so far. There we go, Nick. I hope this will be a competitive fight. It's not looking like it. I don't think you're going to tap Chimaev out, though. Yeah, but I don't think trying to choke out Chimaev is a bright idea.
We'll see how he chooses to defend here. Chimaev's in half guard. All right, side control now.
Great job landing from the top position. Getting the mount here.
Oh, what a moment there as they make their way back to the feet. Crowd may be drunk, but they're absolutely loving it.
Yeah, the crowd loves a stand-up fight. So all that grappling wasn't what they wanted to see. They're back up on their feet now, and they're popping for it. They're excited.
Oh, Diaz is now dealing with a cheek cut. Right hook to the head.
Oh.
Immediate transition to the judo throw right into side control.
He's in side control. He's got a ton of options.
To me, it's 10-9 Chimaev. I mean, round number 1 really was all Khamzat Chimaev, and Nick Diaz did not do much. 10-9.
Round 2 underway. Blocks the shot. Oh! Huge kick to the head.
Oh. I said, if I'm Nick Diaz, I think the plan of attack has got to. Well, I was gonna say if he can, stop the takedowns, would be to keep this on the stand-up.
Chimaev's hook shot gets blocked. The defense saw that one coming. Diaz's eye is closing up.
Well, at this point right now, Nick Diaz is kind of struggling. You got a guillotine, but again, I just don't see him getting that on Chimaev, and it's showing.
Great defense by the defensive fighter.
Oh, looked like that strike from the bottom fighter got the crowd's attention.
Jesus, oh God.
He keeps getting denied.
Yeah, because he's not panicking. He's taking his time.
I like how Nick keeps on targeting the body. What's up, Liam? But yeah, I mean, I'm not, I'm not saying that, Nick Diaz isn't doing the right thing by targeting the body, but he has not, in round number 1, he just completely, there we go. That's what Nick Diaz needs. This is what we need to see from Nick Diaz. We've seen Chimaev's game dominating on the ground. This is exactly what Nick Diaz needs to do. Avoid getting, I don't agree with what he's doing. He's trying to go for the submission. I don't think you're tapping out Chimaev. Oh, it's a Von Flue. And just when Nick Diaz does something, he messes up here. Now he's at the mercy, really, of Khamzat.
It's getting worse. We talked about this very early, how he needed to change something. He hasn't changed it.
Because here's my thing. If this fight goes to round number 3, Nick Diaz has got to have a sense of urgency. Going to the ground isn't going to be it.
Pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Chimaev's in half guard now.
Nick needs to stop these takedowns instead of giving him the takedown like he just. Yeah, exactly. No, I definitely agree with you. It's not. It's just not. I don't know what he's doing. I really think this is not a smart game plan. You're going against a guy who is primarily a wrestler, and well, the armbar isn't really that tight. Oh dear. I said Nick Diaz is going to have a hard time.
Chimaev's back in half guard. He's very comfortable here. Round 3 coming up next.
I think that's we're going to round number 3. And round number 3, third and final round of this fight. Nick Diaz needs to avoid getting taken down or going to the ground. Absolutely, Liam. I definitely agree with you. He definitely has to, because he's lost the first 2 rounds because of trying to constantly go to the ground. We can see that he's given Chimaev striking problems. Well, also needs to start getting taken down too, but
Chimaev's in half guard. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here.
said if Diaz does not find a way to get up back to his feet, this fight's going to be definitely going by unanimous decision, 30-27. There's a nasty elbow. He's got the arm. Oh, is he going to tap? I don't know how Nick Diaz got it, but I think this is it, folks. It's over. Khamzat Chimaev knocks out Nick Diaz in round number 3. Well, I mean, there's nothing else to really say there, is there?
All right, let's get you some replays now. Certainly a lot for our replay guys to work with in the truck. This was
I didn't expect that. I thought we were going to a decision for sure, but Khamzat not having it knocks out Nick Diaz a definitive finish here. Khamzat Chimaev 4-5. Nick Diaz now 7-10.
At 1 minute, 41 seconds of the third round. Declaring the winner by TKO, Khamzat Chimaev.
Congrats to Khamzat Chimaev. Wow, I mean, yeah, but that's the reality of it. Chimaev, though, with a definitive victory. He's now 4-5. Our next fight's going to come up next. Let me just update this real quick. 4-5, 7-10. Because we should be heading to the women's flyweight division. And that we are. Ladies and gentlemen, the 9-9 Rose Namajunas takes on the 3-3 Vivian Araujo. This fight's up next as we are getting closer and closer to our main event in the light heavyweight division. Ranked number 1, the former light heavyweight champion of the world, the 12-3 Rank Prochakaza, takes on ranked number 2, former light heavyweight champion of the world, the 11-4 Nikita Krylov. Rose, like, yeah, listen, Rose Namajunas has really came back from having one of the worst records in this universe mode to pulling it together and going back to a 500 record. Really been impressive to see from UFC 2 to UFC 3 to UFC 4 to UFC 5. And her, first fight on UFC 5. Let's see if she can keep the winning ways going, or will Vivian Araujo play spoiler and put her own self to 4-3. The thing for Vivian Araujo has really been a story of win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. She's never really been able to find that groove to keep a winning streak going. So, two very interesting fighters, both trying to go to this upward trajectory, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
But it's not for a lack of effort. Several huge uppercuts have landed, and prevailing wisdom is she goes right back to it here, I would think.
So the next fight after this one's going to be in the men's bantamweight division as the 4-4 Song Yadong is about to take on rank number 10, the 99 Jimmy Rivera. This will be a big one. Nice shot. And folks, I might go ahead and stream Texas Chainsaw Massacre later, or Overwatch, or maybe both. I don't know, it really just depends on how I'm feeling. But I'll definitely give you guys the heads up on that one if I do decide to do that around like 7:38. It's a nice guillotine. Oh. So I feel like the submissions in this game really don't work. So definitely they probably should want to fix that on like their next patch to make the submissions kind of work. There's a Sean O'Malley alter ego from Dana White Contender Series in UFC 5. Is it free? Hold on, O'Reilly. Is it free? Or is it like you have to pay for it? That's a nice gi. I thought she had that. No, definitely not. Oh, shoot, my PC's dying. I need that to update the records. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm going to find my charger.
Nice positional control here. Postures up and delivers a massive ground and pound punch to the head. She's got her back now, DC, and I don't mean she's like there to support. Takes the back, now going for the rear naked choke. Ooh, she's got a rear naked choke, and it's tight. Oh, she bails on the sub.
Dominant position attained by.
Round one winding down here. Oh, effective utilization of the ground.
And I'm back, just like that. Damn, she was hammering her right there. Honestly, Rose looked really good in this round. In my personal opinion, I'm going to say 10-9 Rose. I think Rose definitely looked better. Oh, well, I don't have the game yet. I just saw someone using it on YT. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to look into that because I haven't, I still haven't even played the career mode. I'm not going to lie to you. FIFA's been having my attention, heavy. And I still haven't created, the other 20-plus fighters I'm going to need. I have the game Around Nation. I don't see him on there. Well, hopefully then. I said hopefully it's like because I'm not gonna lie to you. When they had us pay almost, what was it, $29 for the Ultra Ego skins, which I don't understand why they made them worse than the regular fighters. like the Volkanovski rugby one or wherever the hell it is like a whole star and a half less. It didn't make sense to me. It defeats the purpose of wanting to use the alter egos. Wow, that was a wonderful... I am beyond impressed that we just seen Rose do that. She gets this armbar, Rose gonna be in trouble.
It was locked in. She somehow survived. Oh, nice headlock.
Does she? No, that's the Darce choke. I don't think you're gonna get Rose with that. I'm not. I mean, this is. Oh, wow! Can you believe that?
She's in a dominant position herself. That was nice.
Crouching in USA. Okay. Didn't think it was that serious.
She's in a defensive position.
Whew, that was a nice elbow. You had the thud there.
In half guard. Ground and pound the hammer. Mark Coleman would be proud. Oh, another strike.
Well, what I'm trying to see here is Rose Namajunas has spent a lot of time dominating this fight, and I wasn't expecting her to dominate on the. Well, I may have just jinxed her. Yeah, I just jinxed her. But I'm very surprised at what we're seeing. I really thought if this fight went to the ground, this would be Vivian's, wheelhouse, and it has ironically not been at all. I mean, from what we're seeing so far, this is arguably the best form we've seen Rose Namajunas in. I mean, this is the this is the winning ways, the winning form she's going to need in this division. Especially because the featherweights truly are kind of stacked competition-wise. So this is going to be very interesting. Oh, she's got the armbar. Can she hang on? Can she hang on? Oh, that was close. And this crowd knew it too. That's why they're clapping. That was close. Round number 3. For me, the first 2 rounds are 10-9 Namajunas. I'm seeing 2018 right now. It's for Rose. I feel like we might get Connor. I would love that fight. Like, there is... I have so much respect for Bobby Green. Like, that's a money fight. Bobby Green, Conor McGregor, that's a money fight. You don't even need to put that BS BMF belt on the line or whatever.
She's unable to connect with the left hook.
Bobby Green to me is a star. Like, there's no way you sit there and don't give Bobby Green. I mean, that dude's been around for so long, and anyone who is ever, like Bobby Green is like the guy for me. Like, anytime that dude fights, it's going to be a great fight. And I've always had such a huge respect for Bobby Green. So Bobby Green, Conor McGregor, I'd actually pay the pay-per-view, which I never do. But I would definitely pay to see that fight. There is no way in hell that there's, like... Yeah, but you know what, though? It's the UFC has never given that dude any credit. And it's so great to see that they're finally kind of doing that. And you're kind of forced to, like, respect Bobby Green at this point. Because Bobby Green's never declined the fight. Never turned back a fight. So, yeah, I have so much respect for Bobby Green, man. Bobby Green and Conor, if that were to ever happen, that's a money fight. There's no denying that. Green versus Fizai was very close. It was, but, because the UFC machine, doesn't like to push those, Bobby. The UFC machine has never tried to push Bobby Green. Never. They've always tried to use him for someone else to kind of have like a stepping stone to go upward. And, respect Bobby Green. So that's all I got to say. Did I ever update, I know I updated Drickus, I know I updated the heavyweights. The welterweights I did, I think. Look at this, oh my goodness. Oh yeah, Like, Bobby Green is the king of being robbed. You kidding me? Like, if there's anyone that can file a gripe with judges, it's Bobby Green, by far. There is no way. Like, most people don't even have a legitimate case, but Bobby Green has a case. For sure. Like, there's... I never did Michael Chandler's record. That's got to do. What a fight for these two fighters. Let me tell you. What a fight. I'm really glad I just fixed the lightweights, because that would have been terrible. I think this fight goes to...
The official decision is now in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Islam is now number one pound for pound.
We go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All three judges scored this contest 29-28. For the winner by unanimous decision, Thug Rose Namajunas.
Isn't John Jones number one pound for... Like, I'm sorry, like, I don't even like John Jones, but I don't understand how he's pound for pound number one. Who has he fought besides Volk and Oliveira? No, they just switched it. Oh, I don't understand. First of all, look at the pedigree of... I hate John Jones, dude. Like, I don't even like John Jones. But look at the pedigree of work that John Jones has put it. Like, look at all the guys he's faced. He's beaten legends before they were considered legends, and they were unbeatable at the time. I mean, I don't understand how that's possible. And if that fight between him and Stipe does happen, how would John Jones not be number one pound for pound? I can't fathom the idea that... Oh, Jesus Lord, he caught him in the back of the head. Kevin Green took his on short notice and beat Arman before Arman was the top guy and making his... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, first of all, I know the UFC, I think, hates Dan Hooker. I really do, because anytime I've seen Dan Hooker in a fight, it's always short notice, or like I don't know. I just feel like every time I see Dan Hooker fight, it's never a fair fight. Like I don't sit there and look like, oh, this is a winnable fight for Dan Hooker. Like, oh, if Dan Hooker survives, this is a win. I'm telling you, I feel bad for that guy. They update Elkins and Elkins. Jim Rivera's getting rocked. But Jim Rivera's ranked number 10. Song Yadong would like to take that ranking away from him.
There it is. Now he's going to mount. Beautiful transition.
Nice strike by him there. And
yeah, I don't know how Islam is number one pound for pound. Like, I get it. Yes, he's beaten. And Volk, this time against Volk, it was short notice. And I don't know. Like, I just sit there and I just don't.
oh, good ground and pound here.
I don't know, man. I don't understand how
Pressure being applied here.
that's possible.
Rivera's right back to the full mount here.
By the way, folks, the last fight I never gave off the records. 10-9, Rose Namajunas, and Vivian Rowe 3-4. So as you guys know, I do UFC. I do UFC 5 once a week. UFC favors, right? I wouldn't say they do that. I just think that I wouldn't say that they favor them. Definitely not that. But you've got to look at where that fight. I don't know. I feel like because I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair to the Russians. I think it's because it's Khabib's pupil that they're so up to kiss Khabib's behind in any way, shape, or form. That I'm telling you, if Islam was not trained by Khabib, the marketing machine behind Islam wouldn't even be what it is.
Nice uppercut inside. Oh, beautifully placed with
And I actually like Khabib, man. That's just the truth there. It's
This might be the biggest shot of this entire fight. He landed a massive lift to put his opponent on wobbly legs.
I said round number 2 of what's been a pretty interesting. Oh, damn. Jesus. This has been a brutal bantamweight fight, literally. Mind you, folks, the next fight we got for you will be the main event. Rank number 1, Rank Prochakaza taking on rank number 2, Nikita Krylov. Both those guys, former lightweight champions. Prochakaza 12-3, Krylov 11-4. Big fight. And without Conor, most people wouldn't give to... I wouldn't say that most people wouldn't care about Khabib. I just think that he wouldn't be as popular. But I think Khabib would definitely still be respected. Also, folks, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button. You've been here for how long? Hit it. I do this once a week, and we're adding a couple of different additions to it. I will say that, oh my God, oh my Lord. I will say we are making changes to our pay-per-views. No longer will they be 11 championship fights. We're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to keep it kind of closely tailored to what the UFC does. I think it'll also help, establish guys' title reigns a bit better. We'll do about 3 to 4 championship title defenses per pay-per-view. And, yeah, I mean, I think that would be a pretty big thing to do. It'll also give some more intrigue to having high-level ranked fights on the pay-per-views as well. So, yeah. So we're making those adjustments as we go. I want to have some trailers coming out. Everyone's saying Umar is a bad matchup for O'Malley and is dumb. He's number 11, even though he's beaten no ranked opponents. Umar. What's the last? It's not Nurmagomedov. It's what's the guy's name? I mean,
it'll take some time when you land it there, but trust me, when you can dead that leg with those leg kicks.
It is Nurmagomedov. Okay, it is. I thought it was okay. I mean, I don't. I don't know. Like I said, I don't think. More than likely, he'll be tested. I think, if people stop hype, the rankings to me are just like freaking the pound for pound list. It's the popularity contest half the time. There are guys who are on like a 6-7 fight win streak that should be ranked that aren't ranked. His best win is over Raoni Barcelos and Brian Keller. I mean, yeah, it's pretty bad actually now I think about it. I don't even remember who the hell Brian Keller is. That should tell you something. But either or, I mean, eventually he's got to be tested, and we're gonna see what he's really made out of. And again, it's the bantamweight division. That top 10 in the bantamweight division is nuts. Like that, the top 10 in the bantamweights are constantly fighting each other. So, oh my God, Jimmy! Oh, he just kicked him in the face. I don't even know how the hell Song Yadong took that. He just took a whole knee in the face. Holy hell. I would love to see Jonathan Martinez. First of all, Jonathan Martinez to me is, I hope Jonathan Martinez gets to become champion one day. I love his approach to fighting. That's a really good fighter, man. I can't wait to see him in the game. I don't know how he's not in the game. Like if UFC, I would pay UFC 5 and EA Sports if they would just give us fighters that are ranked all the time. Like update, like make it a huge roster. Song Yadong looking to put this fight away. Song Yadong has got it. Song Yadong knocks out Jimmy Rivera in the round number 3 after one hell of a freaking war. This right here, folks, is probably fight of the night. What a fight between these two. And Song Yadong versus Chris Gutierrez has been announced for UFC China. That's going to be wicked. I can't wait for that fight. That's a fight that everyone can look forward to.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest.
That's the bandwidth. I'm like, where is...
39 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by TKO.
Congrats to Song Yadong. He is now 5-4 in the UFC. He puts Jimmy Rivera to 9-10. And guess what? it's the main event. That's awesome. That right there is a proper main event too. For China, they're gonna love that. They're gonna love that main event. I think they'll love it. I cannot wait for that. Worth it right there, honestly. But folks, speaking about main events, it's time for our main event. We've been talking about it all stream. It's finally here. The light heavyweight division main event bout will see arguably one of the most dominant light heavyweight champions we have ever seen in this universe mode, the 12-3 ranked #1 Rank Prochakaza, as he takes on another man who arguably had a really great run as light heavyweight champion, the 11-4 Nikita Krylov. Did I say rank number? I meant rank #2, Nikita Krylov. But both these guys arguably should have next at the light heavyweight title.
From a mile away, his opponent didn't see that right hand coming.
Yeah, that right hand is
honestly, if I was Jonathan Martinez, I would be calling out Petr Yan or Aljamain Sterling. Right now, they don't have any matchups. Honestly, I think stylistically, Petr Yan provides a very difficult challenge for Jonathan Martinez. I don't think Martinez is really ready for that type of fighter. If I'm Jonathan Martinez, I think the smarter fight is Aljamain Sterling, because Aljamain Sterling is prone to making a lot of mistakes in his fights. He gets a bit overzealous and often, puts himself into very bad situations and doesn't close space properly. For Jonathan Martinez, a guy like that is golden for Jonathan Martinez. So if I'm Jonathan Martinez, I'm calling out Aljamain Sterling, not just because that guy just lost a title fight, but at the same time, I think stylistically, my style counters everything Aljamain Sterling brings to the table on the stand-up. So for me, I think Martinez versus Sterling is the fight we definitely need to see. If I'm Martinez, that's what I want. I think Petr Yan is very balanced. I think that's a guy who understands how to pressure and understands how to keep distance close. Oh my God! Rank Prochakaza knocks out Nikita Krylov in round #1 in the main event. Wow. Wow. Folks, I mean, but I definitely do agree with you. Dominic Cruz definitely needs to stop doing that, for sure.
Referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 37 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by
knockouts. I didn't even finish. Congrats to Rank Prochakaza, folks. We got one final part, which is the awards. And after that, we'll be done with the stream. But 11-5 Nikita Krylov, Rank Prochakaza 13-3. I mean, this guy, folks, is an absolute nightmare. And here we go. Let's go into the awards. So, Jonathan called him out last year, and Dom just said, no, I don't blame Dominic Cruz. I would want to fight. If see me and UFC got it right, fight of the night definitely goes to Song Yadong and Jimmy Rivera. We had no submissions in this show, and honestly, in my opinion, performance of the night knockout, realistically speaking, I think goes to 3 people. Dricus du Plessis, of course, Khamzat Chimaev, and it's got to be Rank Prochakaza. So, folks, thank you guys so much for watching. Please do leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. I might stream later today. I might stream Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I might stream Overwatch. I might stream Skyrim. I might stream all 3 because I'll be on my PC and I could switch games left and right if I really feel like it. So, yeah, I might stream later tonight. And tomorrow we'll be doing SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 live on my gaming PC, so I'm really looking forward to that. And I can't wait to do a live SVR 08 episode. I've never done it before, and I think this will be really fun tomorrow. So then again, thank you guys again. Peace out. Subscribe to the BVTV channel. Stay off the hook, everybody. Hopefully you guys enjoy.